Hey there guys, it's Tina and I am black and we're representing today because I am doing a get ready with me video featuring all black owned beauty brands, black owned makeup brands, B-O-M-B, bomb brands, right? We are showcasing our blackness and just listen, enjoying these fantastic products. So I wanted to do this video to showcase some really great products from some black owned beauty brands. And I'm gonna go through the ones that I have in my collection. These aren't brands that I necessarily went after because they're black owned. These are brands that I wanted to invest in and try out because they have freaking fantastic products, point blank period. And I want to showcase those products today. I pulled out some of my favorite products from some of my favorite black owned brands and we're gonna apply it to a face. We're gonna walk through them, have some fun, because you know I like color, so I'm doing a colorful look with one of my favorite brands of eyeshadow, and you've heard me talk about a couple of these brands before, so you won't be surprised. But if you want to see how I if you want to see how I accomplish this look and just delve into some black owned beauty brands, discover some new brands for you to check out, and I want you to go ahead and check these out. You should definitely check these brands out, check out the products because they're amazing. Yeah, but I'm gonna showcase that right now, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so as usual, what are we doing? We're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. Brows are filled in, face is moisturized. I will leave the details down below because we are focusing on the black owned makeup brands today and we're gonna put them to work because these are some of my favorite products, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go through my collection and pick out some of my favorite products from these brands rather than just pull out any old product, you know, just because it's from a black owned beauty brand, just include it. No, I want to show you top tier products, products that I love, and black or not, I would love them anyway, you know what I mean? And that's what I want to show because I want to do my people justice. So I'm going in with great products and showcase just how great they are. So for the concealer under my brows, I'm using the Fenty concealer. It is their Pro Filter concealer. Now I don't use this concealer under my eyes because it does create some creasing, but I'm still gonna get use out of this. So I use it under my brows because it's a beautiful shade. The shade match is spectacular. As you know, Fenty has a wide shade range and they span the gamut of skin tones. So it's very inclusive. We are catering to everybody, right? From the lightest of light to the deepest of dark. And that's the beauty about our brands. We are inclusive. So we're not just catering to dark skin or chocolate skin. We can show these brands that you can be all inclusive and not just focus on one shade range. You can include everyone and still cater to dark skin beauty. So I love that about Rihanna, I love that about Fenty, and I love everything they represent. I don't love all their products, but when they do a product well, they do it well. For Fenty, one of my favorite products would be their lip glosses. And I think everybody can agree that the gloss bombs are fantastic. Speaking of Fenty, I'm going in with their primer. So this one is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Primer. This is the original primer that was released. I do believe there is a hydrating one now. So not only is there a matte finish primer in the line, there is also a hydrating primer, which I love. Again, how Fenty has come onto the scene and they're doing thoughtful, well executed releases, and they're not just flooding the market. They're giving us products that we need while still staying fun. So eyes are primed and prepped and ready to go. I'm gonna go in with a matte peach tone eyeshadow to set this all down. And this is from an indie black owned brand. This is from JD Glow Cosmetics. And you guys have probably heard about JD Glow if you are into indie brands, if you're excited about what's in the indie world, then you've probably heard about JD Glow. JD Glow has beautiful eyeshadows. Here are the singles that I've collected from them so far. They have beautiful galaxy eyeshadows that are often compared to the Pat Mcgrath special shades in her palettes. People go crazy over these, and I think they're gorgeous. So I had to go ahead and grab these, and I didn't even know that JD Glow was black owned. I was just excited about the brand, and I love when that happens. When I get excited about a brand, I hear great things about a brand, and it happens to be black owned. I mean, isn't that the best? So the Galaxy shadows, I want to show you a couple. I'm gonna use one in this look, I think, but let's go ahead and show you a couple of them. So this one is $3.65, and do you see that? It's beautiful. This is like a bronzy tone shade with yellow gold reflect. It's gorgeous, and I do believe the textures, the reflex, are definitely reminiscent of the Pat McGrath special shades. Here's another one. This is called Watermark, and it's blue. You know I had to get it. So this one, oh my god, it's like a deep teal blue with golden reflex, and it has a little bit of a purple shift to it as well. Isn't that sexy? And then we have this one here. It's called Good God. This one is like a blue, pink, and green gold reflect, and it's a little bit more sheer, so it's gonna be perfect to use as a topper shade. Now let's jump into some other eyeshadows, because you know I already love bold, bright colors. Ace Beauté. They're black owned as well, and they do color so well. This palette is the Oceanic Palette. I fell in love with this palette. I love blues, I love greens, I love teals, and this is like all of it, all in one. Just give it to me. I love this palette so much. It's one of my favorite palettes from last year. And then I also went ahead and grabbed their Flair palette, which also has beautiful shades in it. But this one, if you're more into warm tones, this one will appeal to you a little bit more. But oh my god, their formulations are phenomenal. The mattes are really smooth, they're really blendable, but still hold on to that pigment. And I don't know how they do it, because this neon shade, Algae, it's the best neon green I've ever tried. It's so intense while still maintaining that neon. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it, but I love that shade. And then this blue shade, Blue Calm, it's such a vibrant, like electric blue. It's so sexy. I love this palette. So we're gonna go in with these two palettes, because who's stopping us? So I'm gonna start out with the shade Fiji, which is that matte teal. And I'm gonna blend that lightly in the crease. Ooh. Let me come in a little bit more, but I'm just gonna apply that in my crease line very lightly, giving me a quick wash of color. I'm not going all the way into the inner crease. I'm just gonna keep it on the outer crease. Then I'm gonna trust the process and go in with one of my favorite shades from the palette, which is Blue Clam. I think I called it Blue Calm before, but you know, as you do. Clam, Calm, same difference, right? So I'm gonna pop this on the outer lid space. This is such a beautiful, bright, intense, really intense blue. And I love it, and it applies so well. You have to be a little bit careful though, because it packs a punch, and you don't want blue to just go everywhere and take over the look. So just lightly build that up to the intensity that you need, and then go around the edges and blend it out as needed. But I also want to pop in a couple of shades from this palette. So I'm gonna go in with Saffron. This shade is bright red, and I'm gonna put that right next to the blue on the, I'd say this is the center of the lid, moving towards the outer lid. Oh yeah, that color is sexy, and I don't want this look to get muddy, so I'm being careful with my placement, just putting the color down. But I want you to see how pigmented that is. That is a great shade, and I'm just using pressing motions to put that color down. Now with reds, they can get a little bit dry, but this is applying so smoothly. I mean, the brush has something to do with it too, because you know, a good brush is gonna give you a good blend. Then I'm gonna flip the brush over and go in with Cedar. This is a mustard shade. I'm gonna pop that on the inner lid. So this will flow into the red, which will then flow into the blue and make it blue, orange, red, and purple. You see where I'm going with this? Just let it happen, okay? Just let me happen to you. So this color again It's not a bright yellow, but it picks up so well. Look at that pigmentation. I never have to worry about the pigmentation when it comes down to Ace Beauté palettes, which is why I love them. If you love color, if you love mattes, you can't go wrong with any of their palettes. And they have smaller palettes too with similar themes, but they're more condensed. I think they have probably 9 shades. So if you want to try a smaller palette, those are also available. And look how they blend together. And this is another thing that I find with colorful shades that can be tricky. They don't want to blend together, so like the yellow and the red won't make an orange, they'll just make muddy brown. But these actually blend together and create that secondary shade, which I absolutely appreciate. Now I'm gonna go back to the Oceanic palette and I'm gonna pick up this color here. That shade is Lagoon. This is also a blue, but this is a deeper, richer, almost navy blue. And the pigment is there. You don't have to worry about it. Pop that bad boy down and blend it in. You get your pigmentation, your color payoff. You don't have to worry. And that's key when we're working on chocolate skin, darker skin. We need our color to have a punch to it. But you can still use it on lighter skin. Just use a lighter hand. And look. Look at this, right? It's so pretty. Now let's just go ahead and clean up the edge of the color. And I always do my foundation after my eyeshadow just to make sure that if I have any fallout or if color comes too far down, I can just clean that up without messing up my foundation. But come on. Now I want you guys to see how easily these blended together, no problem. It's not patchy at all. And I have the vibrancy of the color. You still see differentiation of color, but you can still get a beautiful blend. Now there's no brow highlight, so I'm just gonna pop a matte beige shade under my brow to blend out the edge of the colors and also to highlight right under the high point of my brow bone. Alright, I kind of want to do something a little bit extreme, so just bear with me. I'm gonna go in with the algae shade, this bright neon green, and I'm gonna pop it right on that inner tear duct. I know it's a little bit extreme, it's a little bit different, but it kind of goes because we have that yellow that is on the inner lid. And I'm just gonna build that up to the intensity that I want. I told you this green, it's a neon. I didn't have to add like an extra primer. I didn't have to add a base for it to pick up and really pop on that inner tear duct area. It really just does it on its own, and I love that about this green. It's so fantastic. Yeah, that looks fine, right? I think that works. Let's just lightly blend around the edge so it melts into that yellow that we already have down. And I'll pick up a little bit more of the yellow and go in as well, just to make sure the blend is seamless. That is what I'm talking about. That is stunning. All right, let's pull back and do some work on the face. So for the foundation, we have options, right? And great options are available now because Fenty did come in and take the industry by storm by providing 50 shades of foundation. And it's a huge range, again, that spans the gamut of skin tones. So we do have their Pro Filter Matte Foundation, and then they released a more hydrating version of their foundation. But I'm not gonna go in with Fenty. That's easy. That's a cop-out. You can also go into Pat McGrath. We have options from Julius Place as well. But for me, I'm gonna pay homage to an old school, OG black-owned brand. And this brand catered to dark skin before it was trendy. This brand has been there for us for decades, and that's Fashion Fair. And Fashion Fair is no longer available, which, hold up, I went on their website. I was trying to see if, you know, they had the foundation that I'm using still available, because I've had it for a while, I know. But this is the Perfect Finish Souffle makeup, and the shade I have is Tawny. So I was checking. Usually they're available in Macy's. That's where I've picked them up and did my shade match. But they weren't available in all Macy's stores. It was kind of only available in Brooklyn, where there's a large population of black people. And that always made me mad because I don't like that we're limited by the locations that we can shop for brands that cater to our skin tone. So Macy's, what are you doing? Could you work on that? Thank you so much. And this is seen in other brands too. Even non-black owned brands that have darker shade ranges, those shades aren't available in all the stores. And I understand it's limited shelf space. I get it. But at the same time, that limits our access to these products. So I wanted to support Fashion Fair, but it was hard for me to get a hold of them. And I think because of that, because people had limited access and they weren't really doing a lot of social media marketing and they weren't appealing to the new generation of makeup wearer. Because you know, your grandma, your auntie, your mama probably already have some Fashion Fair products, but they weren't catering to the younger generation. And they kind of got phased out a bit, and they are no longer in stores. I went online though, like I said, and I see a little video with a curtain that says Holiday 2020. So I am thinking and I am hoping that they are re-releasing products for Holiday 2020, which is closer towards the end of the year. So we usually see those releases like at the end of summer. So I'm excited. So keep your eye out. And I think this is a brand that we truly do need to support. I mean, look at this. Look at this foundation. Stop. Look. They have really great foundation, really good complexion products, and they have a great shade range. So I think keep your eye out, and let's show them love when they come back. So the next brand I'm gonna showcase needs no introduction. This is Auntie Pat. She's everybody's auntie at this point. Auntie Pat is a world-renowned makeup artist. She works on fashion shows. She works with different luxury brands. Like, she is it, okay? And she's well respected globally. So when she debuted her makeup brand, of course, everybody went crazy. Now, people might argue that brands like Fenty and Pat McGrath aren't black owned because they are owned by an umbrella company. But the face of the brand, the creative mind behind the brand, is still a black woman, and a black woman does still profit from the brand. And in so doing, the black voice is being represented, and you also have black people in the campaigns. So even though these brands may not be 100% black owned, I still see them as giving opportunities to black people, and those black people in turn are given back to our communities. Like Rihanna, she does a lot of charity work, and she speaks up for a lot of black issues. So you have to still give credit where credit is due. And if we're gonna make somebody a millionaire, why shouldn't a black person be the one that we lift up? So I'm celebrating these brands because they cater to black people, and black people are also benefiting from the brands themselves. And I think Fenty is one of the best examples of that. I mean, look at the campaigns. They're black models everywhere. It's all inclusive. You have all sizes, all different shades, all different looks. Like, come on. You gotta give Rihanna her due. So I just used the Pat McGrath concealer and under eye powder. The shade I use is deep, and Auntie Pat needs to work on that. I know it's luxury makeup and they don't have like a wide shade range when it comes to powders like this. It's a more sheer finish, so it will work on a variety of skin tones, and since it's under the eyes, people like a more lifting shade anyway, so they tend to go a little lighter. But yeah, you could expand that. You could expand, that's fine. The concealer shade I have is M21, and there is a decent shade range available as well. Now, you can't talk about black owned brands without mentioning Julius Place. Julius Place is an indie brand, and they have become well known for their eyeshadow palettes. But they also released these shade sticks. The shade I'm using is Tunisia. Now, there is controversy surrounding this brand, and I feel like you can't mention this brand without acknowledging that. There is controversy, there are customer service issues, and the owner has been known to get herself involved in some scandals, right? But I would rather support a problematic black brand, if I'm honest with you. I want to give my black people a chance, and I keep giving Juvia's Place a chance because they have great products, and I'm just hoping the owner kind of just, can we work on things? We need to work on things because we need to uplift our black people. But come on, we still need to hold them accountable. It's a work in progress, and I'd rather give them a little leeway because I want to support them because they are Black owned. I want to give them that leg up in the industry. I just want to do that because so many of these other brands that are not Black owned are hella problematic, but their problematic actions and statements might be a little bit more clandestine and maybe a little bit more undercover, so we might not hear about it, but it's there. And so I want to give my Black brands a chance. This shade stick, while I don't love it as a foundation or a concealer, I love it for contour. Like, look, right? Look how that just transforms my hairline. It gives me a bronzy look. They're pigmented but not overly so because they blend out like a dream. I mean, look at this. Look at this. And it just, oh my God, it moves easily and it has a beautiful color to it. This shade specifically for me. Look at my hairline. Like, I look, right? I look bronzed and contoured, but without being overly so. It's not red toned at all. They do have more red tone shades and warmer shades, so you can definitely find your shade in this collection. And I love this product for this purpose. Again, not my favorite for like foundation because it is a little bit more hydrating, and you know, I don't like hydrating products, but for bronzer, come on. Now I have oily skin, so I need to go in with a powder, child, all over my skin. So I'm gonna go in with the Julius Place setting powder. This is the shade Gobi. It's for darker skin, and they have a few shades available, so you can definitely find your shade. And I love this powder from them. It's a very lightweight powder, and it doesn't look cakey on the skin. And I just use a light wash because that's just how I apply my product. I don't use heavy powder, but I still need to set everything in place because I am oily and I don't like to shine at all. So just running that all over the skin for a beautiful finish, right? And this color matches so well. Again, it's a very lightweight powder, so it's not gonna overwhelm the face at all, especially if you just use a light wash. Now let's go back to Fashion Fair for a second because they also have powders available. And I'm gonna use this loose powder from them. This is the shade Bronze, and I'm gonna run this along my hairline since it's a deeper powder, just to add a little color since I don't have a bronzer. Now there are bronzers available from Fenty. I don't know of any other brand right now off the top of my head that is Black owned and has bronzers as well. But Fenty, if you're interested, they have bronzers as well as cream bronzers, so you are sure to find something to love. And people have been going nuts about their bronzers. I personally didn't fall in love with the bronzer formula, but other people swear by it. Now I'm gonna go in with a mascara, and I don't have a mascara from a Black owned brand, but go in with any mascara that you love, you know, do your thing. But I'm still gonna go in with some beautiful lashes. These lashes are from Lena Lashes, another Black owned beauty brand. Beautiful lashes. This one is the style Posh. It's a very simple, subtle style, and you know I love simple and subtle, so I'm just gonna pop those on. And they're very lightweight, and the band is very thin and flexible, so it's easy to apply, and I love these lashes. Then we go in with a little black liner, so I'm using my Fly liner from Fenty Beauty, and I love that Rihanna keeps it black with her name. So the shade name for this is "Cause I'm Black." What? You telling me she ain't representing? Like, come on, she represents in the names of her products. She keeps it black, and she also has West Indian influences as well, because one of her bronzers is called Island Ting. Like, who doesn't love that? I love that, and I love that she is making sure that her culture is still heard around the world, because Fenty, like I said, took the makeup industry by storm. And I love this liner. It's a rich black, but it dries matte, and it's a felt tip. I don't have to worry about it drying out, and it doesn't skip because it flows so well. So I love that liner. I absolutely recommend it. And now let's go in with a little bit of eyeliner on the waterline. So I am using this liner from the Lip Bar. I met the owner of the Lip Bar at the makeup show a couple of years years ago. She is very young, she is very ambitious, and her products are now available in Target. So you can find them online, you can also find them in some Target stores, and I definitely think you should go ahead and support her. So this liner was in collaboration with Justine Skye. They did a collection and it's called Islanding. Don't you love that? Oh my, I love it. So I'm just gonna apply that to the waterline. It's a beautiful vivid blue, and I'm running some of that also on the lower lash line, just kind of pulling it down a bit. That is beautiful. So now we're gonna go back into the palette for the lower lash line. I'm gonna grab the shade Mykonos. This is a beautiful shimmery green, and I'm gonna run that on the middle of the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with the matte dark teal Pacific and run that on the outer lower lash line. That looks really great. I'm just gonna blend out the edges with our blending brush that we used on the crease. Ew. And bam, I'll apply some lower lash mascara, and then we'll pull out, all right, and finish up the rest of the face. All right, let's go ahead and pull out a sexy blush. So I'm grabbing this one from Julius Place. It's the shade Afrique, and this is pigmented, all right? So I'm just grabbing a little touch of this on my cheeks, blending it out. And they have blush palettes also from Julius Place that you can pick up. And I love this color as well. It's a punchy, kind of like, what would you consider this? Like a raspberry red? Because it is a red shade, but it's more muted, almost like a watermelon red. So I'm gonna call it a raspberry red, and it blends out beautifully. Now for the highlighter, I'm going with my girl Danessa Myricks. Yes, and she released these N-Light loose highlighters. The shade I'm gonna use is Aura of Love. So loose highlighters are a little bit tricky. People are like, oh, I don't really like loose highlighters. But these are phenomenal. They're very finely milled, and they have a little lock. So you can twist them to get the product, and then you lock them in place. So that is a really great touch. And she is also a makeup artist, and she's well known in the industry as well. I met her, at the makeup show as well. It was the same time that I met the owner of Lip Bar. So it was great to see these black makeup brand owners just out and about interacting with us, and so you could put a face to the brand and you could hear their story, and it was really encouraging, and like it was satisfying is what it really was. I love seeing successful women just do their thing and speak passionately about their products and their businesses and their causes, and it makes me even more proud when they're black. So I love these loose highlighters. I don't pull them out as much because they are loose highlighters again. I prefer a pressed formula, but look at this. They blend into the skin so well. And even though you're like, oh my God, I just want a pressed highlighter, because that's easier, of course, to navigate, right? You just grab your compact and go, but look at that, right? And it blends into the skin, so you don't see a harsh line. It looks amazing. I'm gonna come up close so you can see the shine on my skin, but there are no harsh lines. And these are not glittery, but she has more sparkly shades, so if you wanted to check out some other shades, she has them available. But do you see the sheen on my skin? But you don't see any line of delineation. What? Come on. Come on, that is fantastic. Now for the lips, we have options, baby, because Fenty Beauty has beautiful lipsticks and their glosses are top notch. They're one of my top 3 formulas for lip glosses. Love them. And then we have Pat Mcgrath. Auntie Pat never let us down. She has beautiful matte trans lipsticks. She has another more satin formulation, and she has lip glosses. Her lip glosses are actually my favorite lip gloss formula, hands down. But we're gonna mix it up. I'm gonna actually give you a few options because I feel like we should do that, right? So one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulations is from Colored Raine, another sister doing it big. So Colored Raine is another brand that you may have heard of. Their Queen of Hearts palette really made a splash in the beauty community. It's a beautiful palette and they have a beautiful eyeshadow formula. But the lipsticks, these are the ones that really caught my attention because the formulation is phenomenal. If you are into liquid lipsticks, you'll be into these. And they have a wide range of colors. And the colors are interesting. Okay, I can't do this. My lips are tickling right now. Because it has a stiffer doe foot applicator, it's just tickling. Okay, I'm gonna apply this and come back because I can't do it. Whew, that was tickling the hell out of my lips. So the shade that I'm using is Satin Cream. This is such a beautiful nude. Comfortable formula, lightweight, dries down really well. It's long wearing and comfortable. So I love this formulation. Again, they have tons of shades available. They also have cream lipsticks and the satin formula. If you want to try the satin lip formula, gorgeous. Also, their lip glosses are the bomb. So I'm gonna top this off with a little bit of my Pat McGrath lip gloss. This is the shade Flesh Astral. Just giving it a little gloss. And that's the beauty about these liquid lipsticks. They mesh well with lip glosses. So you can have that full-on color payoff with a liquid matte lipstick, but then get a little gloss on it just to make it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more sexy, right? I love this. I love a nude lip with a bold eye, but like I said, we have options and I want to do it up. So I'm gonna go in with another lip color from another black-owned brand. And they have my favorite matte lipstick formula. This is from Oma Beauty and this is their Badass Icon Matte Lipstick. The shade I'm gonna put on is the shade Tina. It is named after Tina Turner, not me, but you know, I'm gonna play along and act like it's my lip color. This is a beautiful, ooh, look at that. It's a red orange. And it's sexy, it's full on pigment, it's comfortable. It shows I'm making a mess right now. But it's such a bold color. And I love that it has my name on it. Like, come on. If you're gonna give me a lip color, make it sassy. And I love orange lip colors. Look, what? Orange lip colors on darker skin just sing to me. So the fact that my name is on this shade, what? Come on. Now, I'm gonna link the video that I did for these lip products. I have all their lip products swatched because fantastic. These are top notch. I love these. I had to clean up my lip line a little bit before y'all have me out here looking crazy, but isn't that a statement? That's sexy. Oh my God, I'm so happy with everything right now. But I'm gonna go in with another lip bar product because why don't we just represent right now? So I'm gonna use one of their lip glosses. This is the shade Control Freak. Sexy orange. I told you I love orange, right? So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this, a little bit, not too much, just to give us a little spunk. And it pairs beautifully with this orange lipstick. It's like a deeper orange. And that's gonna work really great on darker skin because it gives us the look, the boldness of the orange, but you know, it makes it a little tame. So it's not like, all right, too neon, have us out here looking crazy. What? I mean, look at this skin, look at these eyes, look at these lips. Come on, what's not to love? All these products are favorites of mine. They work so well. I love them. And I will wholeheartedly recommend them. So I wanted to showcase these brands, showcase these products. Because I didn't just want to pull out any old products. Nah, I want to showcase the best of the best. Like, let y'all know that we out here, okay? We representing and our brand owners are doing the damn thing, right? So hopefully this video helped you discover some black-owned brands. Maybe brands that you didn't know were black-owned. Now you know, so go ahead and support. Maybe you never heard of these brands. And these are definitely brands that I recommend wholeheartedly. Check them out. I know most people know about Fenty and Pat McGrath, but did you know about Ace Beauté? I mean, I've spoken about them because you know, right? Did you know about the Lip Bar? Check them out in Target. Did you know about Danessa Myricks? She's online only, but you can also catch her at like the makeup show. Beautiful. Look at the highlight though. What? I know you've probably heard about Julius Place. they're worth checking out as well. They have beautiful eyeshadows. Their palettes, I know people go crazy. Listen, there's just a lot here. It's a lot to love. Lena Lashes makes beautiful lashes. I'm just so happy with everything that I used today, and I hope you guys are excited to like really delve into some new brands, explore, discover these brands, and embrace them wholeheartedly because they have some fantastic products available. So I'm gonna go ahead and list all the products that I mentioned in this video down below, along with links on where you can pick them up. Most of those links will go directly to the brand website because a lot of these brands are online only, but don't let that deter you because they have great products, and I hope I showcased that enough. I will also link to like Fenty Beauty and Pat McGrath in the description box. That will take you to Sephora, and those links will be affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you shop through those links, which does help me to put right back into the channel. So I do appreciate if you use my links for shopping. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the support. But if you are uncomfortable with that, just shop the way you normally shop. No muss, no fuss. And I will also leave link. You know what? I'm gonna say this. If you are not interested in hearing my voice, then don't follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Well, not so much Snapchat because I'm not. I got called out. Somebody was like, Tina, you know you don't post on Snapchat. I was like, listen, first of all, you're right. However, I have no excuse. Snapchat is a little sketch, but Instagram and Twitter, we're on fire over there. And I'm speaking up. I'm letting my voice be heard. So if you're not into that, you probably wouldn't be into me anyway, so, you know. But, yeah, I hope you guys had fun with this video. If you did, thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, share. Definitely share. Share. Ooh, this lip color is doing it. I'm telling... Let me stop. Don't mind me, guys. Until my next video, which will be very soon, stay safe. I love you, and I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.